What's going on, everyone? My name is Derknomicon, and I'm back at it again with another character class build from Elder Scrolls Oblivion. This time we are going to make the Assassin. These individuals are nimble, quiet, and quick while moving around in the darkness, only to strike at enemies when they think they are safe from the unknown threat just around the corner. Some people believe that locked doors inside of huge forts surrounded by armed guards can keep the Assassin at bay. To the Assassin's amusement and to the individual's expense, they are proven wrong. This build relies on stealth, speed, and intelligence, which the Assassin has plenty of. Now, just like in my previous videos, there will be navigation links in the description below that will allow you to fast travel to certain parts for your viewing pleasure. Now let's get some information on this build, shall we? Like I have mentioned in a video or two in the past, anyone can be a certain class and build that I present to you. I am merely providing a concept for you to follow, and if you feel like a certain race that is different from the one that I am about to tell you that I have chosen, please tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear about how you made your Assassin. Alright, for my Assassin, I went with the Breton race. Bretons start with a +5 in speech, alchemy, illusion, restoration, and alteration, along with a +10 into conjuration. The Bretons also have a unique racial ability called Dragon Skin, which allows you to absorb 50% of magicka from all incoming spells for 60 seconds. Also, Bretons have a unique racial effect which allows them to resist 25% of magicka thrown at them. Alright, now with the race out of the way, let's talk about the Standing Stones. After making your way out of the destruction of Helgen, and watching the massive shadow of Alduin fly over you, make your way to the Standing Stones and collect the Thief Stone ability. This stone is going to help you level up the main skills required for this build much faster than usual. Then, after many hours of leveling and noticing that the stone isn't really needed anymore, go and find the Atronach Stone somewhere between Windhelm and Riften to gain 50 extra points of magicka and the ability to absorb 50% of magic thrown at you, but at the cost of losing half of your magicka regen, which in the end doesn't really matter because this build isn't going to be using any magic whatsoever. Alright, time to move on to the factions. The Assassin has many talents with which many factions would find useful to their cause, but the factions don't choose the Assassin chooses the factions. This build doesn't go out of their way to find trouble, unless the pay is good. The Assassin knows the civil war raging through Skyrim would pay well if they climb the ranks fast enough. So we will be joining the Empire mostly because they are two larger groups with larger banks full of coin that would pay well for your services to help take Skyrim for the Dominion. It doesn't matter to you who rules over Skyrim, just as long as you get to fulfill contracts and get your pockets filled with loot or coin. What sort of assassin would an assassin be if an assassin couldn't assassinate? Try saying that 5 times fast. We will be joining the Dark Brotherhood to appease our lust for coin and the blooding of our blade, because all work and no play makes the Assassin a dull boy. Next we have the Thieves Guild. Not much of the Assassin style, but Brynjolf promises that if you can keep your blade clean and your arrows quivered, then the coin will overflow your pockets. Plus there's a certain mission within the guild that allows you to get the armor the Assassin will be wearing for the endgame. Lastly, this is where you must make a choice. Fight with the Dawn Guard and for the people, or make your way to Castle Volkihir and become a creature of the night and shadows. Not only will your blade's thirst for blood be fulfilled, but yours as well. Let me know in the comments down below which side you decided to fight for. Alright, now let's go over the stats for the Assassin. The Assassin was never very bright and magic didn't really come natural to him. So for this build we won't be adding any points to the magicka. Since we won't be using any magic, this build is going to rely more on health and stamina. So we will be putting 50% into each. This will allow the Assassin to take some hits if it can't be avoided, and will have enough stamina to zoom in with his bow and arrows. Now onto one of the parts you've been waiting for, the gear. As in my previous character builds based on the class art from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I tried my best to replicate the look, but I also wanted to equip this character with useful gear. To get the gear for the Assassin, you must complete 5 small jobs for either Delvin or Vex set within Whiterun. After completing these 5 quests, you will get a job called Somerset Shadows. This is a mission where you have to go and eliminate a group of thieves who tend to kill while on the job. Once you take out their leader, Linway, take his armor and wear it as your own. This armor set includes the hood, which increases bow damage by 15%, the armor, which increases stamina by 15%, the gloves, which increases one-handed damage by 15%, and lastly the boots, which increases sneaking by 15%. Now as far as jewelry goes, you can go with the Amulet of Articulation, which increases success chance and persuasion dialogue and increases speech by either 5% up to 35%. Or you could go with the Locket of St. Jib, which increases your carrying capacity and stamina by 50 points. As for a ring, you could go with the Nightweaver's Band, which fortifies your sneak and destruction skills by 10 points. Or go with Muri's Ring, which makes created potions 15% stronger. It only says potions, but I think that may also carry over to poisons, If someone knows the answer to that, please leave it down in the comments below for me. Thank you. Now onto the weapons for the assassin will carry with him while fulfilling contracts. For your melee weapon, we will be going with my all-time favorite assassin weapon in the Elder Scrolls series, the Blade of Woe. This blade will absorb 10 points of health per hit, helping you stay alive and helping them stay dead. Lastly, we have the fastest bow in the game, Zephyr, if I pronounced that right. This dwarven bow fires 30% faster than a standard bow, and you don't even have to recharge the enchantment. This amazing bow can be found during the Lost of the Ages quest in the Dwemer Ruin Arkgthmaz. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry if I butchered that. Use dwarven arrows with this bow, or any arrows that you like. I just think the dwarven arrows look awesome. Alright, moving on, we're going to start talking about the skills. Starting off in the sneak tree, we're going to get all 5 of Stealth, Backstab, Deadly Aim, Assassin's Blade, Muffled Movement, Lightfoot, Silent Roll, Silence, and Shadow Warrior. Next in the one-hander skill tree, we're going to get all 5 of Armsman, Fighting Stance, and all 3 of Bladesman. In the lockpicking skill tree, you will go from Novice all the way up to Master, grab the Quick Hands perk, and the Locksmith perk. Next in the archery skill tree, get all 5 of Overdraw, all 3 of Critical Shot, Eagle Eye, both of Steady Hand, Power Shot, Hunter's Discipline, Ranger, and Quick Shot. Over in the smithing skill tree, grab Steel, Dwarven, and Arcane Blacksmith. In the light armor skill tree, grab all 5 of Agile Defender, Custom Fit, Unhindered, Windwalker, Matching Set, and Deft Movement. And then lastly, in the alchemy skill tree, all 5 of Alchemist, Physician, Benefactor, Poisoner, all 3 of Experimenter, Concentrated Poison, Green Thumb, Snake Blood, and Purity. Wow, that was a mouthful. Alright, now with all the skills out of the way, let's talk about the companions really quick. So, companions aren't really the assassin's thing. They make a lot of loud noises, they get in the way, and all you want to do is kill them for being dumb. But the upside to all this is that they will carry all of your loot and soak up all the damage when you are in a melee fight. If you go with any follower, I would recommend going with Serana. She is stealthy, she's a vampire, and she uses magic. Pretty cool, right? Right. Alright, that brings an end to the assassin character class from Oblivion. I want to thank you all for watching the video all the way through if you did, and I encourage you to slap that subscribe button to get notified for all of my latest builds and gameplay from other games. Please feel free to leave a like or dislike and tell me what you thought about the build in the comments below. Have any friends or family that love Skyrim character builds? Share this video with them and tell them I say hello and welcome. Alright, I'm done here. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.